I'm not criticizing the music at all. The music could be bomb. I heard a couple of it. What I heard was decent. Was better than average. Better than the movie. Better than the movie. So I'm not criticizing the music at all. So, you know, I just want to compare. And one of the reasons I want to compare this to The Color Purple is because I feel like this movie stole from The Color Purple. Well, when Yvette, how did this movie take away from The Color Purple? I don't understand what you're talking about. Now you're just talking wild. I don't like when movies do that. If you're going to lift something or it feels lifted, I need you to do a good job in terms of what you're lifting. Oh, this is when I'm gonna get back to, this is when he shot the Negro outside of the thing for something stupid. Like, it didn't make much sense to me. Like, I thought we were supporting each other. I thought, you know, and the funniest thing is everybody said last week when Wallow was saying that junk, everybody said, oh my God, we just can't have a black business. It's gotta be a real good black business. And now everybody just wants to accept whatever they accept. So this was a scene in the movie. And it basically, it's gonna rain on your head. That's right, Sam. Like, this scene in the movie is basically when Sammy comes back to his father. His father didn't want him to be doing the blues and all that kind of stuff. So his father was like, what you doing? Ain't nothing out there for you, but ain't nothing out there for sin. You chase evil long enough, it's gonna find you. You know, old people I can't even go play a guitar. So he comes into and this had me. I was ready for some good stuff. Like when he came in there and he had that guitar, his face was all sliced up. I said, oh my goodness, we finna get something good. Something's good when he opened the door. But understand something. That is supposed to mean something. I want to contrast it with where they got it from. So if you all remember this, and I'm showing my own age, but you all remember when Suge Avery came into that church and she was singing, God is trying to tell you something. Do y'all remember how powerful that scene was? I want you to think back to when you seen. I put everything aside. I understand the criticisms of the movie, but I'm talking about just the acting and the plot of. I understand it's based on the book, and I have problems with the book. The book Africa, something we got to go to the mud. It's got problems, but I'm talking about how this was rendered. When she came into that church, she had been out there at her own little juke joint. That's a whole nother thing. People she was at a juke joint and walked into a church. Now the character in this Sinners movie is at a juke joint and walks into the church. You don't think we remember? You don't think we remember there's another character that walked into a church that was working a juke joint and then walked into the church after? But this scene was so powerful because so much of Suge's life, it was built around having like been rejected by her father and not having that parental love. So this moment was powerful. It was a culmination, right? What's the best? We wanted, like, I wanted him to hug her. Like, that's your kid. Like, I'm waiting for this because I see, I see what's happening. If you are going to take this scene from Steven Spielberg and not do if you are going to do this scene, you gotta do it at least as good or better. Because I don't even like seeing scenes I've seen. And the daddy with Sammy was the name of the young man who played the guitar with Smoke and Stack, and he was gonna play at the juke joint. The daddy didn't want him to play, so he came in after the vampire sliced him up, and the daddy said, put down the guitar. Well, Sammy still didn't put down the guitar. He was Buddy Guy. What's the man's name? He at the end of the movie. He didn't. So what was the point of this? Like, for this, she had been yearning for her father's love. It had led her into some relationships she might not should have been in. We understood what Suge needed in that moment. And I was rooting for her to get it in that moment. To get that parental love, because throughout the film, I understood like what that meant. None of that was here for that moment to happen. It felt like to me you just lifted a moment that wasn't built for this movie, because he didn't listen to his daddy and go do something different. He just kept doing what he was doing. It turned out good or whatever, but there was no reason for that scene to happen. Like when that scene happened, it's supposed to be a powerful scene. It's supposed to be a meaningful scene. It's supposed to make me feel something for that young man. I felt nothing, because this movie was full of a lot of underdeveloped ideas and underdeveloped plots. So we'll go even to the let's go back.